Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Jason with PFAM5. I've got my awesome son Jet with me, and today we're doing something a little different. It's a Sunday morning. The other three members of our family are at our home church, and Jet and I are going to go on a little adventure. We're going to travel to another church about an hour away in Jacksonville, Florida, because I follow the person who's going to be there and being the guest preacher. I follow them on social media, and they're based out of California. So I thought it would be really cool if we went and saw them. And of course, I invited any of the kids that wanted to go. Now, my daughter had to volunteer at our church, and my other son wanted to go with his mother, and that's fine too. So Jet and I are going to have a little adventure. We're going to have some fun. We're going to check out this church, maybe get a few video clips. We'll see. I'm not sure if we'll get a chance to meet this special guest. And I will tell you who he is. Of course, if you're watching this video, that's probably already in the thumbnail and description, so you'll see. But we're looking forward to having some fun today. And then afterwards, we're going to head over to a farmer's market, get some fresh ice cream, pick up a couple things, because we just happen to be right there in that area. So let's have some fun, guys. We're a family channel, family, faith, fun. Join us. We made it. We are at Reach Church in Jacksonville, and the website right there, reachjax.com. Find out more information, the address. So they are a Calvary Chapel church. The style of their preaching or teaching is verse by verse through the Bible. Very cool. It's gonna be an awesome experience. We're gonna miss our home church this morning, but I love the opportunity to experience something different. So let's see what we see.
Romans chapter 1, verses 16 and 17. For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ, for it is the power of God to salvation for everyone who believes, for the Jew first and also for the Greek. For in it the righteousness of God is revealed, from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. Now, most of the letters that the Apostle Paul wrote to the churches were written to solve problems, to metaphorically put out fires in those churches. And mainly they were churches that Paul himself had founded on one of his missionary tours through the Mediterranean world. Romans is different. When Paul wrote Romans, he had never visited Rome. He certainly didn't establish the church in Rome, but he'd heard about it. And he knew many of the people who were part of that congregation in Rome. Psalm 31, verse 1. Here's what Psalm 31:1 says. In you, O Lord, I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in your righteousness. Now, the last line of verse 1 really confused Martin Luther. He said, listen, I don't get it. How can God's righteousness deliver me? This is what Luther was thinking. God's righteous, I'm not. What the righteousness of God does is it condemns me. The righteousness of God screams at me, you're not righteous. And it condemns me. So Luther says, I don't get it. I don't understand. How can it be that the righteousness of God delivers me? It doesn't deliver me. It condemns me.
Thank you, Pastor.
Jason, such a pleasure to meet you here this morning. Thank you for coming out. I really enjoyed my time here, and extra special to meet you and your son who came out and made this drive.
Yeah, yes, sir. And I was telling Pastor David that we drove about an hour to come see him. I took a break from our home church. We miss our home church. Don't think that. But it was a pleasure. David, you come all the way from California, right?
That's right.
And if anybody watching doesn't know who you are and about your ministry, Enduring Word, can you explain?
Well, we provide Bible resources, a text commentary on the entire Bible, Genesis to Revelation. It's thousands of pages long and a helpful resource for many people. And then, of course, we also have audio and video and a lot of other resources for people. But I think these are things that are helpful for a lot of believers.
Awesome. So I have the Enduring Word app. I watch them on YouTube, and there's also some podcast versions. And I don't want to let the cat out of the bag or anything like that. I heard you say it on one of your Q&As or whatnot about you have a study Bible coming out.
There's going to be an Enduring Word study Bible with my teaching notes throughout the whole Bible. It's going to be coming out in about a year, October 2025.
And I get the first copy.
Well, I don't know about the first, but I'll put you early in on the list for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Pastor.
You're welcome.
It was a pleasure. And thank you to Reach Jacksonville. I'll put a link in the description for the church if you ever want to check them out. Just thank you. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, guys, we had a great time visiting Reach Jacksonville. Awesome church in Jacksonville. We'll put all the information in the description so you can find out more about that church. Great church. Hope that we'll come back one day and visit again. And we got some great hospitality from Pastor Eric and all the volunteers and staff here from Reach Jacksonville. In fact, we got a little first-time guest gift. If you can see it right there, Reach Church mug. So very cool, right, Jet? So what'd you think of the experience, Jet, of visiting a new church or something different? Good. Pastor David preached on the Reformation, which is quite the appropriate theme for this time of year as we approach October 31st. I think that's it. Guys, if you like fun, family, and faith-filled content, this is your channel. Go ahead and hit subscribe. But until then, we'll see you on the next one. God bless.